A terrible secret is hidden in the Padmabil of Kalukhali in Rajbari district. The light of day is where some are afraid to go. Late at night, farmer Jalal Mia goes to harvest rice. Suddenly, the silence is broken by the sound of heavy footsteps, as if thousands of soldiers are marching. Shadows appear, headless horses, disembodied kings, and a terrifying silence. Jalal wants to run away, but his body is stone. Behind him is a woman with an ugly face and matted hair. The terrible power that still awakens in the Padmabil, which strikes at unexpected moments, is still alive. Do you have the courage to hear the whole truth? Let's get to the incident. Assalamu alaikum. Reasoner, the incident that I'm going to share now is a bill-centric incident. So I will give the description of the bill first. Then I will go to the main incident. This bill is located in Kalukhali, Upazila of Rajbari district. Chalanabumba. It is 2 kilometers inside the Kalukhali main Upazila complex. The road that passes by the bill was built there in 2016. Earlier, there was an ordinary road there, meaning a dirt road. And that place is so scary that even during the day, there is very little traffic on that road. That beel used to be full of water during the rainy season. During the rainy season, there is so much water that it seems like a huge sea. But if you go there during the dry season, that is during the summer season, you can see vast cultivated land. It doesn't seem like there is a beel there.
There is a farmer there. So that farmer's name is Jalal Mia. So he is very poor. Because he is poor, he used to cultivate in other people's fields. He would take half of the crop that will be produced, and the landowner would take half. And this is the condition on which he cultivates. He does not have any land of his own. He is a very poor person.
He had planted a special variety of rice. When the rice was slowly ripening, the landowner came and said,
"Look, Jalal, cut the rice now. The month of Baishakh has come. If there is a sudden storm or hailstorm, everything will be ruined. You cut my share of rice quickly and bring it to my house."
He cut the landowner's share of rice and delivered it to his house. After that, he couldn't even finish harvesting his share of rice.
Jalal Mia thought, if there is a storm or hail tonight, then the remaining rice will be my share. Everything will be ruined.
This thought made him restless. He said to himself, then everything will be ruined. What will my wife and children eat for the rest of the year? Meanwhile, clouds were rolling in the sky. Lightning flashed in the distance, a strange chill in the air. Jalal Mia was afraid. If it really rained or hail fell, then the rice in the field would sink, rot, and it would all be over. Out of this fear, he did not delay any longer. He decided that no matter how deep the night was, he would go to the field now. He set off with a hurricane in his hand. He thought he would cut as much rice as possible tonight, alone in the dark, hoping for his share.
Jalal Mia was a very poor man. He did not even have the means to take help from anyone. So he decided to go to the field alone. Before leaving, he said to his wife, "I am going to Padmabil. I will harvest the crop tonight." The wife was surprised and said, "You are going tonight? That place is not good anyway. It is not right to go alone at this time of night."
But the pursuit of poverty diminishes fear. Truly, poverty is something that fades away people's fears, hesitations, everything. So Jalal Mia did not delay any longer. He took a hurricane in his hand and the familiar scissors with which rice is cut and set out alone on the path of Padmabil in the darkness of the silent night. So, right next to the place where Jalal Mia went to cut rice, there was a huge Pakur tree. That tree was very familiar to the old people of the area because there was a deep well under it. Many strange stories were circulating around this well. According to the locals, many years ago, countless people were killed here and thrown into that well. There is no account of exactly how many. No one knows. When a paved road was built there in 2016, the well was filled with soil during the expansion of the road. Now it is no longer visible, but the place is still shrouded in an incorporeal mystery. Local people still know about the terrifying past of that well and the palm tree.
Jalal Mia was standing in the middle of the field cutting rice alone. There was silence all around, only the faint light of the hurricane and the sound of a light breeze on the rice leaves. He was cutting rice attentively, but after a while, he suddenly felt that there was a sound of many people walking together. Just like armies marching in a row, the rhythmic, heavy sound of footsteps.
Jalal Mia's chest was pounding. He slowly turned around, and then he saw, from the bottom of that old palm tree, from the very well that had been filled with earth a few years ago, countless people were coming up one by one. Their clothes were old, dirty. Some were carrying weapons in their hands. Some were holding the reins of horses. But the most frightening thing was, none of the horses had their heads. One by one, they were coming up, then slowly spreading out into the field. After a while, Jalal Mia saw thousands of strange shadow figures standing in a circle across the field, silent, still, yet with a terrifying presence. Jalal Mia observed the scene with shocked eyes. Among the countless shadow figures, some were dressed like kings, in golden and dirty shining clothes. They slowly came forward and sat down in one place. And the horses that were bareheaded, some people were also riding on them. It was as if they were organizing some kind of game for the kings sitting in the center of the field. A horse race in the field. The horses were running one by one, showing who would be the fastest. And the people sitting like kings were observing it with serious faces. Jalal Mia observed more closely. The bodies of every person in the field were intact, but the heads were completely empty, just skulls like skeletons. There was no trace of flesh or skin on the face. Seeing this incorporeal scene, his blood froze.
Suddenly, he felt he wanted to run away, but his body seemed to have completely frozen. He could not move even an inch. His heart was racing, his forehead was sweating, but his feet or hands did not obey his commands at all. The whole body seemed to have suddenly turned to stone, frozen in a strange stillness of fear and dread.
Jalal Mia was watching all this in shock. After a while, he noticed the horse race was over. Everyone was slowly walking in a row towards the well. One by one, they were returning to the well. Jalal Mia was watching the scene silently. After a while, it seemed that everyone had gone to the well. Silence had descended. Suddenly, he felt someone standing behind him. To gather his courage, he slowly turned around. The woman standing in front of him was a strange woman. Her face was ugly, her hair was tangled, and her clothes were messy. The woman began to speak. "You have seen so many things. Why didn't you leave here? You didn't do the job properly." Jalal Mia was speechless after hearing it in cold terror. Hearing the woman's terrifying appearance and her reprimands, Jalal Mia's courage completely ran out. He suddenly fell senseless, lying silently on the ground in the field. The next morning, when the people working in Padmabil came to work and saw him, he was in a senseless state. With their help, Jalal Mia slowly began to describe everything. The strange incident that had occurred, the well, the disembodied people, the horse race, and that terrible woman. At first, it might seem that this is where the story ends, but in reality, it does not end there. During the rainy season, the Lotus Pond becomes as vast as the ocean. As far as the eye can see, there is only water and water. Nothing is visible. In this strange and terrible environment, the next incident begins, which leads to a tragic outcome. During the rainy season, Padmabil becomes a huge sea. At that time, the people of the area are more busy with fishing than with crops. They fish all night, and in the morning, the fish are taken to Rajbari Bazaar, Kalukhali Bazaar, or places around Punksha police station. The price of Padmabil fish is very good. If it is caught in the market, everyone wants to buy it if the price is high.
Jalal Mia's family also participated in this fishing. He had 2 children. The eldest son was 15 years old. The father and the eldest son would sit in a boat and fish at night. The boat was not their own, it was rented. The fishing was done on the usual terms. Half of the fish belonged to the owner of the boat and net, and half to Jalal Mia and his family. One night while fishing, Jalal Mia said to his son, "Father, look down. It seems that the net is stuck on something. You go down a little and untie the net." The son replied, "Okay, I'm going." After the boy went into the water, he did not come up again. Jalal Mia kept thinking, "Where did my son go? Why is he not coming up?" He called the people in the boats around him. They came and saw that the boy had gone into the water but was not coming up. Jalal Mia himself could not go down due to his age and the cold water. Then some young men who were physically strong went down. They pulled the child out, but to their shock, the scene they saw, the boy was dead. The most terrifying thing was the boy's head. Normally, our chest and face are facing forward, but the boy's head was completely turned backwards. It seemed like someone had broken his head and turned it backwards. This tragic scene was the end of his son. Even today, he sees that terrible woman in his dreams. The woman says, "I took one, I will take more." Even now, he works in the area. He spoke to the locals towards the end. They said, the horror that happened in Padmabil is not limited to any particular night. This can happen at any time, day or night. Especially during the jute harvesting season, when the jute season is over, they sometimes can't even go down to the huge beel for a few weeks because as soon as they go down, they see some terrifying human-like figures chasing them. And this happens almost every year. The well is no longer there, but the banyan tree is still there. The area is very sparsely populated. The houses are far apart. Mobile network is also not well available. Even during the day, it is scary there. Especially when you see that banyan tree, the hairs on your body naturally stand up in fear. That was my story. If you like this true story, or you are getting a thrill, then you can watch other stories of Spirit Horror World. We have worked hard to collect the stories and prepare the videos just to give you a thrill. So we would like to request that you like our videos and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.